Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. If you are new here, my name is Tasha. I'm a wife to an amazing husband and a mother of 3 children with 1 on the way. So I have 4 children, that's what I'm going to say. 1 of them is not born yet, but she will be soon. So I am tracking expenses, right? I'm going to start from the very beginning of October 1st, and then I'm going to go through them and write any missing transactions on my expense tracker here, see how much I've charged, see how much we owe, and thank you for keeping me accountable. I really appreciate all of you and your support. Let's track it together. So pull out your workbook. I'm using my hardcover Mind Your Money Simple Budget Workbook. This is available on Amazon. I'll link it in the description and I'll put it in the pinned comment if you guys are interested. So we're going to start with October 2nd. So on October 2nd, we had a charge from DoorDash Post. That was some food. I bought dinner for the entire family, and that was $85 that we charged, and that's how we started the month, with a little DoorDash. If you see this highlighted here or like colored in, shaded in, that's because I've made that payment. So I've been making payments as I go. So that's why you'll see it shaded in a little black, and I'm using this colored pencil or watercolor pencil to do it. And I like to talk through this because it helps me to remember what I did, and I'm sharing it with you because maybe you can relate and maybe you'll get some tips and tricks for how to manage your credit card spending or just your regular spending daily, weekly. So on Amazon, I downloaded this Yippee app on the smart TV. And just because I wanted my youngest child to be able to watch some show, I think it was VeggieTales or something like that. So it was a 1-week trial, but they charged me $7.99, but I canceled it. So they refunded me the money. So I didn't have to pay this back from our budget or anywhere else. So that was refunded. And then on the 2nd, my car insurance came out for $76.82. I did pay that back with paycheck number 5 of September. Then there was another DoorDash purchase, which is coming from miscellaneous. The charge for that was $19.39. I think this was something for me. So my only excuse is that I'm pregnant. I get hungry. I get cravings. I need to eat when I need to eat. I'm not apologizing for that, but I know I need to, rev it in, because at the end of October 2nd, we had a balance of $189.20. That's how much we've charged so far for the month of October. Then moving on to the 4th, where I paid our utility bill. That is a monthly bill, so it will come from our budget by paycheck. That's $50.99. I set up a budget to pay this back on, I think, in paycheck number 4 of the month. But when we will pay that money back, I have to pay your bills, and that hasn't been paid back yet, but it will be. Then on the 4th, an MTA charge for $34. This is how much it costs to have a 1-week Metro card, so you can go anywhere on the train, on the bus, and you just pay that $34 for 7 days. So I think this used to be like $20 or $21. So you can see inflation is hitting the budget. But this charge will come from transportation. I haven't paid it back yet. Yeah, so that hasn't been done yet. Then on the 5th, I had to renew my professional license. So if you don't know, I am a licensed property and casualty agent, which is insurance. That means auto insurance, renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, the works. And I had to pay $100 to renew my licenses. So that's where this comes from the New York Department of Finance. And that I still have to take care of repaying that back. I didn't save up for it like in previous years, so shame on me. But I'll get to it. So also on the 5th, my husband has to buy a special transit card for where he works. And that was $40. And this is once a month, and I haven't paid that back yet. But that was his charge for that, and that will come from our transportation fund. And then I bought some more food from DoorDash for $18.39, and that was on the 5th. And again, that had to be for me because I was craving a certain food and I wanted it. So yeah, I bought it. And then I had to take another exam. So this here on the 5th, This is for my professional recertification. I had to take a continuing education exam and course, and it cost me $15. So this is telling me, as I look at this, I'm realizing, okay, I have spent this money I needed to spend so I can get my licenses renewed. I have to stay ahead of it, right? I did not prepare for this ahead of time. I should have, but I didn't. This year is not going exactly the way I thought it would, but to God be the glory. All things work together for our good. So I still have to pay that $15 back, and I will be working on that. Let's talk about what we did on the 6th. As at the end of the 5th, we have spent already $447 on this credit card. But remember, anything that's shaded in has already been paid back for October. All right, then on the 6th, I think it was my husband did this. My husband went and got groceries. He spent $29.73. Funny story about this day, which it wasn't this day. I think it was the day before. But on this day, I was ready to order DoorDash again for the whole family because I did it in the very beginning of the month. That $85, that's expensive. It just didn't include the food itself, but the delivery charge, then a tip, and there's some kind of extra fee or taxes included. So this price is really inflated. But my husband was like, no, what do we have in the pantry? And we have lots of rice and pasta, you know what I'm saying? Things like, and like dry beans, things that we can really create a meal with. So I had to check the freezer, check the refrigerator, check the pantry, and I figured out. I asked one of my children, I said, what do you want to eat? And he said pasta. Of course, spaghetti with meat sauce is like one of their favorites. So I said, okay, we're going to make spaghetti. So my husband went and just got like some vegetables, got a couple extra jars of pasta sauce, and some ground turkey. Or sometimes we eat ground turkey with the spaghetti and meat sauce, sometimes ground chicken, just because I think it's leaner and we don't eat beef a whole lot. So that's what he bought, and he spent $29.73 on the 6th. So we still have to pay that charge back. And then he bought something else at Stop and Shop, I think after, because we saw a sale on the pasta sauce. So he spent $4.78. I paid that back already. And then we paid a bill using our credit card on the 6th for Spectrum. I wanted to pay this early and get it over with. So that was $54. I wish it was $54. It's $84.99. And we paid that back already. And then on the 7th, we had a charge for food. And again, that was for me, pregnant me. $17.09 is what I spent at DoorDash. For Starbucks again, you guys, $17.09. And that is not the end of it. We still have about a few more charges on the 9th. Yep, starting on the 9th. So we had a no spend day on the 8th. I'm only counting the no spend days when I don't see charges posted. Keep in mind that this is a credit card, so this is not posting in real time. So I probably ordered DoorDash on this charge that posted on the 7th. I ordered that on the 6th, the Friday, and it didn't post until the 7th. But if I don't see any charges like on the 8th, I'm going to count that as a no spend day. And I really want to shout out my girl Desiree over at Desiree Wealth, because child, we are doing this together, and I need to start tracking my no spend. She's been doing awesome, and I want to do awesome too. I just want to see where there are days where we didn't charge anything, we didn't spend anything. All right, so getting back into it, on the 9th, my husband went. My husband went again. I love my husband so much. I'm so grateful for him. On the 9th, my husband went to the grocery store. It's local, so we always frequent this one, but I do plan on doing a big Costco restock of our pantry very soon, because again, we have baby girl coming. Winter is coming in a couple months, and I want to be ready and prepared for it. So, but this is just one place that we normally go to because it's close by, and we get really good deals. And most times when I have to cash out for my Bada, I get really good rebates because I shop at this store. So my husband bought something for $3.49. I think it was condensed milk, because I've been making more porridge at home, and sweetened condensed milk, it just flavors it nicely without using like white sugar. So that's groceries. And that will come from miscellaneous because that's where we're putting all the money that we need to pay for food, eating in or buying groceries. And he spent $3.49. And $5.84. 17 plus $3.49 brings us to $5.87. That's what we spent so far. At least that's what we've charged. All right, also on the 9th, what posted was another DoorDash order. Now this is showing up as McDonald's. I ordered McDonald's on this day because it was raining, and it was actually Saturday. After coming back from karate and all the different activities and running around I did in the rain, I did not feel like cooking a thing, and so I did order McDonald's for the children. So this is a food purchase, and that will also come from miscellaneous, and we charge $60.05. It's expensive to feed the whole family on that. Well, my husband doesn't eat McDonald's, but the boys did. 3 boys did. So we're at $647.71. Okay. And then DoorDash again on Sunday. This wasn't food. Oh, yeah, it was food. I did order food. Oh my goodness. I ordered from Starbucks, and I got drinks for us too. So that's why this was a little bit more expensive. So this will come from miscellaneous, and we charge $34.96. My friend Tara did tell me to look into this Dash Pass. It's like a program, or I don't think program is the right word, but it's something where you can pay less fees if you pay on a monthly basis. I think it's $10 a month. So I just signed up for a trial to see how that's going to work, because I know after the baby comes, I'm not going to be out. It's going to be winter. It's going to be cold. And even though we can have groceries delivered to the house, most times, because I'm going to be dealing with a newborn, and plus I think it's going to be like winter break after that, so all the children will be home. Even though I'll have some help, I think we're probably going to be using DoorDash more often for food and for like cleaning products, stuff that I don't have to go out and deal with. So I signed up for Dash Pass, and I'm going to see how that works. So the last charge on the 9th was from Stop and Shop, and that was my husband again. He went to get groceries, and he spent $42.07. So I'm going to fill that in quickly. Okay, $42.07. That brought us, or that brings us to a total charges for the month of $724.74. That's where we are. So that's how much we've charged. But again, we do have some payments that we've already made, and I need to check my accounts right now to see what payments or what amounts I have in there so I can bring this down a little bit. So I'm going to jump right to PSEG. Actually, I was scheduled to pay that in paycheck number 3, and we budgeted for $50, and it was $50.99. So we know that this is taken care of already. I'm just not going to jump ahead because I don't want to confuse myself with the budget by paychecks. And this is supposed to be a low spend month for me, and we're trying our best. I think outside of, normal groceries, we're doing okay, because I had to recertify my licenses, so I couldn't avoid that. I think we're doing okay. Most of this is groceries. Let's see. And bills and regular expenses. Nothing that's too outlandish. But y'all help me, because sometimes I really want the Starbucks. Like, I really want that sandwich because I crave it. And then I was craving a milkshake, although I haven't been able to handle dairy too well, except for yogurt. But I had to have the Frappuccino, and I couldn't. I needed to get it with my sandwich because that was going to satisfy my hunger. So that's all I can say about that. I don't know what else to say but that. I just had some cravings and I had to satisfy those cravings for the baby. Okay. So this utility bill is going to be paid back. This transportation charge, $34. I don't even think we have enough in transportation right now to pay for that. And we don't. We have $23 right now in transportation. So I'm going to have to hold off on this. I'm not paying it just yet. My license renewal is $100. What I'm thinking is, if I work hard enough and I get extra income coming in this month, I can pay this back from my personal account instead of our joint operating account. So I think I'm going to just wait a little while longer because I'm not in danger of incurring any interest on this credit card right now. This is why I say it's always good to check on what's going on with your money, because sometimes life happens. You didn't save for something, but you had to do it. It was important. It was vital to your career, to your job, to your livelihood, whatever. But you didn't have the money up front, in a specific category like I did. So I'll have to pay that from my personal account. But I don't have any payments due right now. I've been making payments regularly. So no interest is going to accrue on that in Jesus' name. Then we have the $40 transportation card. Again, transportation has $23 in it right now, so that's not going to work. And then what else do we have here? We have $29.73 from Stop and Shop. That was for groceries that we bought. Okay, that's one of the miscellaneous charges up until the 6th that we have not yet paid. So let me look at miscellaneous and see what's in there. We have $472.60 right now. And so $472.60. I need to subtract the $375 that we transferred from our first paycheck in October to start saving up towards November's rent. So the reality is we have $97.60. That's more than enough to cover this. So I'm going to pay that back. And that's $29.73. Okay, pause from your regularly scheduled program. I found this. My 6-year-old drew this for me. This is supposed to be a volcano. This is supposed to be me when I was in science class doing a volcano project. He wrote my age on the paper, which is so cute. And then on the back, he wrote best mom ever. And he drew pictures of me, his older brother, and him, which I thought was just so cute. I'm sorry. I was trying to find a sheet of paper to keep my numbers intact, and I saw it, and I had to, because it's just so sweet. I love when he draws me pictures and stuff. It got me all in my emotions. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting back to it. So we're going to write down the first miscellaneous expense that we're going to pay back today, and that was from the 6th for $29.73. And then the second charge that we have that hasn't been paid back yet is the $17.09 from DoorDash on the 7th. So we'll pay that back too. We have more than enough to take care of that. Plus more money will be added at the end of the week when we close out our second paycheck. And then we have $3.49. Let's take care of that quickly. I have actually some cash rewards. I have $8.33 in our cash rewards right now. And so I could use some of that to lower the balance, so I don't have to pay for most of this out of this one account. So I think I'm going to do that with the small expenses. Why not? So this is actually this $3.49 that I charged on the 9th, or my husband charged on the 9th, because he's so sweet and he loves me. He does most of the grocery shopping these days. That's going to come from cash rewards. And that's going to take care of that. So only these two are going to come from miscellaneous. And that is going to bring us, let me see. The total payment is going to be $17.09. I don't know why I went backwards. $29.73. So we're going to pay $46.82. And that's going to reduce our balance from $97.60 to $50.78 left in miscellaneous right now. I'm just doing the two right now because I don't like seeing the balances go down too low. That's the only reason why. And if you think that's weird of me and I'm wrong, you can let me know in the comments. But I just have to wait until next week to start making more payments and see what other charges we might have made between now, the 10th of October, and next week, which is probably going to be the 17th. Yeah, between now and the 17th, we'll see how much we have charged and what needs to be paid in from where. I don't know about you, but when I have to shade or color something in, it helps me see that I'm making progress on this credit card, because I do not want to get back into credit card debt at all, which is why I need to stay on top of it. So good news, $349 is going to be reduced using cash rewards. Success, $349 was reduced successfully, and then I'm going to make a payment of $46.82, which will come from our miscellaneous account. And it says, thanks for your payment. Your payment will be on time and covers the minimum due. So that is done. Success. I've used this for something else now. So let's see. Let me just take a look and see how much came off. So we charged a total of $724.74 so far in the month of October. And we're 10 days in. Lord have mercy. So $7.99. 776.82 minus 18.34 minus 29.73 minus 478 minus 84.99 minus 17.09 and minus 3.49. So we have $481.51. That's still pending unpaid charges so far. That's not too bad for me, at least. I want it to be more paid down, but we're going to get there because we have about $50 left in miscellaneous. We have some money that we're going to put there in paycheck number 2. So when I close that paycheck out, you'll see me do the transfers. If you watched, through my whole little payday routine process, I'll show you where money is going to help us maintain our spending. So I don't want to spend any money anywhere I'm not supposed to. I did go shopping today on the 10th, but I bought just a few things from a local dollar store. I bought some nice decor for the house of fall themed stuff because I really like autumn for the colors. It's just really pretty. So I'm going to decorate. And then I had to buy some peppermint oil because I like to sprinkle that in the bathtub, just a couple drops whenever they're taking a bath, because it helps, clear the sinuses and stuff like that. So that's what I'll be using. I just had to buy those today. But besides that, I don't think there's anything that I've spent money on that is not relevant to keeping our bills paid and keeping our bellies fed. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. That's everything for this week, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you were able to get some tips for yourself and how to maintain your budget and some inspiration to track your expenses. It's not as daunting as it seems. It might feel a little bit scary. It might reveal some things about yourself and your spending that you probably want to scale back a little bit, but it is so, so important and so, so vital to keep on top of it so that you make sure that your budgets that you're creating actually are working for you and you're not overspending. And if you're on a low spend or a no spend October, I know Jasmine over at Budget Treasures is doing amazing with her no spend challenge. And then there are a couple of us in the community here over my little part of the neck of this, budgeting universe. We are doing a low spend. So I pray you stay the course. Find some free things, low cost things you can do in your neighborhood or even neighborhoods outside of your neighborhood where you can go and have some fun for low or free 99, because that's what we're doing as much as possible. And we almost halfway through this page. Remember, if you were watching my video when I set up my October budget, did my whole little reset, we only have one expense tracker for our credit card tracking this month. So I can't go over this. And I think I have 1 or 2 more bills due. So outside of that, I should be able to maintain my low spend. So if you have any encouraging words for any of us in the community trying to stick to this low spend, please drop it in the comments with a brown heart, because that's my signature line. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Continue to do not worry about tomorrow. Mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Bye for now.